Identifying interview with Minister Alexandra Otway-Noel of Grenada here at World Travel Market. It's day 2. Thank you for speaking with us. First of all, welcome back to World Travel Market. Another year. Can you imagine how quickly it's been?
I tell you, a year has flown by, and it's wonderful to be back at the WTM, and it's good to see you, Johnson. I see you're back here too, doing what you do best. So thank you for coming to visit us.
Tell us, in Grenada a lot would have happened in the course of a year. What's new and exciting in Grenada so far?
Well, we're having a tremendous season. We're having a tremendous year, really. The first half of 2014 showed us staggering figures. We had an 18.6% overall increase in tourism in Grenada, which I think put us at the top in terms of growth. And so we're really excited about that. We just had the annual general meeting of our hotel association, and they're also very, very happy and raving about the results. The Spice Island Inn Hotel has just received for the 9th year in a row a gold award for Virgin Holidays. Sandals is doing extremely well, our brand new Sandals resort. Our cruise ship sector is doing really well. In fact, today we're welcoming the Carnival Splendor back to Grenada, and on Saturday we're welcoming Condor back to Grenada from Frankfurt. So, needless to say, it's been a tremendous year, and that's just the beginning. We have more hopefully to announce, hopefully before the end of the year. And Grenada is doing really well. Our new brand has brought a lot of attention to us because of the fact that, it's about responsible travel and sustainable tourism. And I think that is something that people are talking about more. We're catering to a discerning clientele that is looking for destinations that offer, culture and culinary and an experience, not just sand and sea. We have that too. But Grenada is so much more than that. We've got a rich culture and a very rich history, and so our visitors are looking to experience that. And so we're modeling and developing all of these areas.
18+% growth, you said. We would expect that the introduction of Sandals would be partly responsible for that, wouldn't it? But there must be more. So what else is happening that is responsible for for this double-digit growth?
Well, I must tell you that it has a lot. Sandals equates to 5% of that growth is thanks to Sandals. And we really have to say they have done a tremendous job of boosting our tourism product, because, they've advertised and they've built us this magnificent resort. So we're very proud of that. In addition to that, the new brand has brought us a lot of attention because, as you remember, we rebranded in February of last year. So February of this year. So that has brought us a lot of attention, and it has definitely changed the way people look at Grenada. In addition to that, we have an amazing team. I'm lucky to work with a ministry of keen people who understand what needs to happen. Our government is very proactive. And then we have the Grenada Tourism Authority, which also opened its doors earlier this year. And so we have a very forward-thinking team with a very clear vision of the direction we want to go in. And really, all Grenadians are on the same page. We're using social media and different ways to get in touch with our local population so that everybody understands that tourism is everybody's business.
You mentioned that's 5% that Sandals is that directly responsible for, 5% directly?
Directly responsible.
Indirectly, what do you think is the contribution?
Well, like I say, it has to do with our new brand and our new approach to marketing and our push. We've increased our airlift into Grenada, so there are many different areas that has helped. We have a very, very strong private sector. Our Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association have been very much behind everything that we're doing, and we really celebrate the relationship that we have with them as we continue to push Grenada and move forward. And like I say, it has to do, we like to use the term in the Caribbean these days, we always have these little sayings that we have, and so we're all singing from the same hymn sheet. We're using that one a lot these days. So we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, and I think that's what's making us move forward quicker.
The British and UK and European market, I know you mentioned Frankfurt, you've got a brand new emphasis that you're placing, you're returning to Germany really, or more or less, but we're here at World Travel Market in the UK. What are we seeing in terms of business from the UK to Grenada?
Well, the UK business is up 16%. So we're very proud. We have a very good relationship with both Virgin Holidays and British Airways Holidays, and we're doing very well with both. We're striving to do some new marketing efforts next year, and change things up a little bit. We want to dare to be different, and it's working for us. And the UK market has always been very strong for us. It falls similarly to the US market, so they both compete for the largest markets. But we're very pleased with what we're seeing out of the UK. I think people who are traveling to the Caribbean are appreciative of the natural beauty that Grenada has, and the friendly welcome and the safety that the island brings.
What is that something different that you're doing?
Well, Johnson, we're just out there trying to, promote responsible tourism, make sure that everybody has a stake in this tourism industry, to the smallest villages in the island. We have this wonderful chocolate from Grenada, and it's a bean to bar operation where everybody makes a good salary, from the farmers to the people who wrap the chocolate, and it's done with love and passion, and it has boosted an entire village. And that's what sustainable tourism is all about, that it's felt all over the island. And since it's the largest contributor to our economy, like most countries, we want to make sure that it's felt throughout. And that's the sort of thing that's working for us. So that little village now understands what tourism does for them, and they all want to make sure they play their part in pushing Grenada forward. And great things are happening. I mean, we have cricket coming to the Caribbean in April. We're very excited about that. England will play a test match in Grenada, so we're going to have all our West Indies cricket gear out, and we'll be celebrating. And then we're welcoming the Royal Ocean Racing Club next month to Grenada as they start their transatlantic race from Lanzarote in a couple of weeks, and then they will end in Grenada. We have the Ark and the Odyssey both racing to Grenada. So we're doing some wonderful things. And the nice thing, Johnson, is that many of these people who come to Grenada, we must be doing something right because they're coming back. And we're happy. We want to be, it's all for us about quality rather than quantity. We want to keep it simple and pay attention to service.
You've mentioned the chocolate and that village. I take it you're referring to Belmont Village out there, because that's where it happens. And so the Belmont Estate just recently won the City Sustainable Award for Community Service. What does that mean for a small community like that?
Well, Belmont Estate is operating now for a number of years, and they have done a tremendous job. It is one of our most visited tourist sites, and we congratulate them for winning the award. They really capture the whole concept of sustainable tourism, and we're very proud of it, and we wish them all the best as they continue to evolve as well and build and create some new things for our visitors. So we're very proud of that initiative.
Intra-Caribbean travel remains a vexing issue, doesn't it? For Grenada, what are you doing to help boost intra-Caribbean travel?
Well, I think that throughout the Caribbean we've always had people wanting to travel from island to island. Every island has something. St. Lucia has their jazz, and Jamaica has their reggae fest, and Trinidad has their carnival, and so many things in between. I think Creole Fest is going on right now in Dominica. And in days gone by, Caribbean people used to travel more between the islands, and that's changed, unfortunately, since many of us got international airports, and also the cost of travel has been a deterrent. What we are doing right now is we're working with Caribbean Airlines as well as with LIAT to hopefully improve on the services that they are offering to the islands. And we're also pursuing the possibility of a ferry service. And I know it's been discussed before, and so we're trying to push it forward. We're actually writing a project right now for it, because we want to see this happen. We believe that movement of people in the region is very important. We're connected in so many ways, and also in terms of agriculture, there's so many possibilities. When you might have a glut of citrus in St. Lucia and none in Grenada, it should be simple. It should be a simple solution. So we're hoping that a ferry service will help to bring that whole problem under wraps. And we're also working with the government of Trinidad and Tobago, because for them too it would be very positive. Our largest regional market is Trinidad. So we want to be able to move more people from Trinidad. The Trinidadians love us. They like to come to Little Grenada and relax on the beach.
You mentioned LIAT. The CEO has suggested that come 2015 you will see a smaller airline. They will have fewer aircraft, and so a leaner staff. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think LIAT needs to sort of regroup and take a new look at their vision. What is it that they're trying to achieve, and who are they catering to? Because as I mentioned to you, in days gone by, they catered to those of us in Grenada, for example, that had to fly to Barbados to catch a plane to New York or London or Toronto. But now that's changed. We have an international airport in Grenada, so we don't need to go anymore. LIAT now needs to understand is that the leisure market is where it's at. It is the couple traveling from the UK that can't come on one of the 4 days that we have flights, and they choose to come through Barbados or Trinidad or wherever it is. And they have to provide a service to those people. And those people don't want to sit in an airport for 5 hours and wait for a connection. So the connections have to be logical. And I mean, for us in Grenada with 18% increase, our travel agents that service our island, one of the biggest complaints is airlift. So there's an opportunity for LIAT, but it has to be seamless. It has to be, when you fly for 8 hours to Barbados and you have to sit there to connect, the whole process should be seamless and so we need to work on that. And LIAT does have an opportunity. It's whether or not they decide to take it.